Hello, I am Anastasia. Today, I will tell you about another yacht route. Let's go with you to Montenegro. The coastline of Montenegro is about 170 nautical miles. Talking about yachting routes in Montenegro is not very serious because the whole of Montenegro, the Adriatic coast, and the Bay of Kotor is perfectly sailed on a yacht in a week, no matter where you start your journey, Kotor, Tivat, or Bar. Differences in the route can only be in the Bay of Kotor, along which you can slowly travel on a yacht for quite a long time, exploring all kinds of anchorages and sightseeing. On the Adriatic coast of Montenegro, the number of possible overnight stays is limited, and you will definitely visit them all. The proposed route starts and ends in Kotor, but the transfer of the start to Tivat or Bar does not contradict anything. The length of the yachting route is 105 nautical miles. Duration 7 days. The route can be completed at almost any time of the year, but for beginner skippers, the recommended time is from June to October. Arrival day. Kotor. If you are going to travel around Montenegro on a yacht, then the most convenient airport of arrival is Tivat. From it to Kotor is only half an hour away by car. Kotor Marina is more of a port that provides services related to yacht parking. The marina consists of a promenade and one pontoon, which can accommodate up to 80 yachts up to 25 meters long. The marina is located at the entrance to the old town of Kotor. Opposite the pontoon, there is a market that is open on weekends. Supermarket, across the river to the north of the old town, about 10 to 15 minutes walk from the pontoon. When you get to Kotor, take your time to jump on a yacht and go to sea. Tiny romantic Kotor is pressed by the mountains to the very edge of a narrow bay that cuts deep into the mainland. Its powerful fortifications, crawling along the steeps, cover a tight tangle of narrow streets, squares paved with marble slabs the size of a handkerchief, Catholic and Orthodox churches, palaces of the nobility, between the walls of which branches of figs and bougainvilleas peep through. Kotor is included in the UNESCO World Heritage List. The city owes its appearance to the Venetians, who owned it for 400 years. Untouched by wars and cataclysms, it seems to have frozen somewhere in the distant past. And only a multilingual crowd of tourists, umbrellas of street cafes, and snow-white cruise ships in the old port remind that it is already the 21st century. It is difficult to leave the town of Kotor, and most likely you will want to stay here for the night. The next day, we depart from Kotor to Herceg-Novi. The passage on a yacht from Kotor to Herceg-Novi is small, only 15 nautical miles. The shores of the Bay of Kotor, along which the path of your yacht will pass, are insanely beautiful. Take your time and enjoy these beauties. Be sure to get close to the island of St. George. While enjoying the beauties, do not forget that there is quite heavy traffic in the Bay of Kotor, including large cruise ships, and ferries run every 10 minutes in the middle of the Prolaz Verige Strait between Kaminari and Lepetani. You have two options for overnight stay to see the town, either in the port of Herceg-Novi itself, or in Lazar Marina to the east of the town. Herceg-Novi is a small harbor on the north side of Herceg-Novi Bay, the first of 3 bays that form the Bay of Kotor in Montenegro. It is located just over 3 miles north of the entrance to the Bay of Kotor and about 1.5 miles west of Zelenica, the nearest port of entry to Montenegro. The harbor consists of a long pier extending west-northwest from a well-known rock on which stands an imposing Venetian castle. The port can accommodate about 40 yachts up to 20 meters and provides good shelter from all winds, except for strong southern or western ones, which make up a significant wave. Depths at the pier are from 3 meters near the shore to 9 meters at the end of the pier. At the fuel berth, the depth is 2.5 meters. If you want more comfort, then I recommend staying at Lazar Marina. This relatively new marina meets the highest standards. Supplemented by a boutique hotel housed in a renovated 18th century building, spacious residences, Mediterranean restaurants, and a wellness center, the Lazar Marina is a supreme destination for yachtsmen. There are 156 berths for boats up to 30 meters, customs and border offices, 24-hour security, video surveillance, hotel, private beach, restaurants and bars, spa and fitness, Wi-Fi, and showers. From the marina, you can get to the old part of the city by taxi, or by taking a short walk. Herceg-Novi is another of the coastal cities of Montenegro. Like the history of many Balkan towns, its history full of dramatic events, and its architectural appearance has been shaped by numerous and varied rulers. And there were many of these rulers because the town was founded by King Turkov I in 1382, and excavations show that people settled here in ancient times. One of the most famous sites is the Savina Monastery, built over 1,000 years ago. It has been rebuilt and rebuilt several times throughout its history, but nevertheless has retained its authenticity, and today is one of the best examples of Baroque architecture. On the Adriatic, several fortresses and bastions of the city are very interesting and famous in their own way. The Sea Fortress was built by the founder of the city, King Turkov I, in 1382, and is one of the most beloved tourist attractions. Kanlı Kule, Bloody Tower, was built by the Turks during the Ottoman rule, was used as a prison for a long time, and even now its appearance causes gloomy thoughts. At the same time, the Church of St. Michael the Archangel on Bella Vista Square was also converted into a mosque. The Austrians erected the city hall with chimes in the 19th century. It is the architectural dominant of the city center and its undoubted decoration. On the third day, we move from Herceg Novi to Budva. The length of this passage is 20 nautical miles. General direction, southeast. The full name of the yacht Marina Budva is Dukli Marina Budva. It is located near the walls of the old town of Budva. Parking prices are quite high here. Yacht Marina Budva consists of an embankment under the walls of the old town and several pontoons. Approach to the marina, between the island of St. Nicholas and the mainland along the fairway marked with navigation signs. Leaving the fairway is not recommended. Before entering the marina, I recommend contacting VHF and specifying the parking place. Be sure to inform the draft of your yacht, since the depths of the pontoons range from 1 to 5 meters. Large motor yachts are usually placed near the embankment, the rest to the pontoons. The supermarket is a 10-minute walk in town. The general direction is north. Yachtsmen are attracted to Budva by clear water and clean beaches, some of which are periodically awarded the blue flag. Fans of Wild Resort Fun will find something to do. The city has many bars and discos with a varied program and a rich cocktail menu. For those who cannot imagine a vacation without excursions and attractions, there is a historical center with museums and ancient buildings, and in the vicinity there are Christian churches and picturesque islands. Tourists with children will enjoy water parks, attractions, and a mini zoo. The fourth day, and we go from Budva to Bar. It is approximately 16 nautical miles. On the way, you can see the island hotel of St. Stephen. It looks quite interesting from the water, anchor, and swim in the bay of Petrovac and Pechin. Marina Bar is the southernmost yacht marina in Montenegro. Yacht Marina Bar has 900 yacht parking places on the water and 250 places on the shore. Yacht skippers should be aware that there is a floating sandbank east of the green entrance light when entering the marina, so stay close to the green entrance light. The marina is located in the center of Bar next to the city beach. The piers of the marina are rented by various companies, so prices vary, while remaining very affordable. The marina is home to several yacht charter companies and yachting schools. Near the marina, there are a lot of restaurants, bars, shops, and so on. Day 5. Heading to Begova. From Bar begins the return journey of your yacht to Kotor. The nearest parking lot is Begova. It's 25 miles away. Begova is a bay and a small village in the southeast corner of Gulf of Trust, located 7 miles southeast of the entrance to the Bay of Kotor. There are 3 options for mooring yachts in Begova. The first one is at a small pier on the northeastern shore of the bay. The depth at the end of the pier 3.5 meters decreases when approaching the shore. The second one is on the buoys owned by Grispolis restaurant near the pier. Most of the buoys are at a depth of 5 to 6 meters, but those that are close to the shore, only 3 to 4 meters. Obviously, if you choose this option, you will have to visit the restaurant. The third, at its own anchor closer to the entrance to the bay at a depth of 7 to 9 meters. The anchor holds well in sand and algae. Experienced yachtsmen recommend visiting the seafood restaurant in Begovo. It's not cheap, but the fish is cooked well there. Day 6. From Begovo to Kritol Bay, we return to the Bay of Kotor. Kritol Bay is another anchorage. The length of the transition is 18 miles. Bay Kritol is located in the southeastern corner of the Tivat Bay, between the island of St. Mark from the northeast and the mainland from the southwest. When entering Kritol Bay, pay attention to the small island of the Grace of the Lord on the left side of your yacht, on which there is a functioning nunnery and the Church of the Blessed Virgin Mary. Depths in the middle of the bay reach 22 meters. Closer to the island of St. Mark and the mainland, they become acceptable for anchorages, 5 to 10 meters. You can anchor almost anywhere in the bay. Lovers of secluded anchorages can recommend the Bay of Uvala Velika on the island of St. Mark. St. Mark's Island is private. Therefore, going ashore can be perceived as an invasion of private territory. On the southern coast of the bay, there are many hotels and restaurants, many of which have their own buoys. In the very depths of the bay in its southern corner is a small yacht Marina Solila. It is based charter company offering catamarans for rent. But if you prefer to stay in luxury marinas, then you can visit Marina Porto Montenegro. It is the most expensive marina in Montenegro, with a berth for luxury yachts, a fashionable promenade, restaurants, shops, hotels, and apartments. Previously, this part of the Bay of Kotor was the base of the Yugoslav fleet. The gloomy pier was transformed thanks to a Canadian businessman who bought the embankment in 2006 and turned it into one of the main attractions of Montenegro. The building was carried out according to the general project, so the area turned out to be so harmonious. 2 submarines and the Naval Museum remind of the military past of this place. The port of Tivat is considered the best in the Adriatic and is included in the list of the most beautiful and convenient harbors in the Mediterranean. The other side of the coin is high prices in all establishments on the embankment and in the area adjacent to it. After the improvement, it became the most expensive in the whole country. Inside the complex, it is forbidden to drive a car, only a bicycle or a golf cart. The marina is impressive both in size and in the yachts moored in it. This is a kind of open-air museum with luxurious, often unusual exhibits. Porto Montenegro successfully competes with Monaco and other European marinas. Now 450 vessels are placed here. According to the plans of the owners, this figure will double. Along the embankment stretches an even row of palm trees, fountains, and benches. Everything is very neat and overpriced. Day 6, Friday. To Kotor, the end point of our journey, 11 nautical miles. You have already passed this way on a yacht at the very beginning of your journey. I advise you to refuel before returning the boat in Marina Porto Montenegro in advance. So, yachting in Montenegro cannot boast of a variety of routes. In 1 week, you can easily pass its entire coastline. This is perfect for your first charter as a skipper. But experienced captains will also get incredible impressions from these places. So keep it up. And I say goodbye to you, but I hope not for long. Don't forget to click subscribe and also a bell. And write to me about what other yachting routes to tell you. Bye-bye, Captain. See you.